Hey everybody, welcome to my world. I hope you are doing well. It's Nat, Relocation Concierge here in the Dominican Republic. I hope you're having an incredible day. I'm being super spontaneous right now. I've been wanting to do this for a few days and I just hasn't happened. I have a small pocket of time right now and I thought, why not do this? I did a few months ago. I did a video and I featured the North Coast on a map and I walked everybody through it. And since then, obviously, things evolve. I've learned more. And so I'm coming with an up to date map, if you want, because there's so much being posted online right now. And a lot of time people just don't have the general concept of where things are. And I'm old school. I love a good map, love following a good map. It's the way I understand the world. And I think it's important for people to understand that if a house, a rental, or a property is being posted and it's saying Sosua, what does that mean exactly? If it's saying Cabarete, where is that exactly? Because there are different parts to Cabarete. And I hate that people get misled because you are wasting your time if you're being told Cabarete and then you go through all the steps to find out it's in East Cabarete and you don't want to be there. Doesn't that sound fair? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. A little glare there in my glasses. I'd have to sit back like this. I'm going to share my screen so that we can get the overview of the North Coast, sort of like from the airport to Cabarete East. And then I'm going to zoom in and we'll focus on a few different areas, walk you through some of the gated communities, some of the Dominican communities, so people understand, give you perspective. Okay, so here we go. I am going to share my screen. Let's go here. Make sure that you drop in the comments what you want to know about. What more would you like to know about? Okay, so this is sort of, an overview, right? So way over here is the airport is on this side, and Sosua is here, and Cabarete is over here. Okay, so Sosua and Cabarete are about a 12-minute drive apart. Takes us about 12-ish minutes to get to our daughter's school, and that's a good, good estimate. Now, please note that on the North Coast, there's really only one road. It's Route 5. Route 5 travels all the way through Puerto Plata, past Puerto Plata, all the way down here, and it follows the coast, okay? If you come from a big city center and there's highways and turnpikes and all of that, that is not happening here. So you must plan your trip. And sometimes, you're going to leave super early thinking, if there's traffic, I'll get stuck. And if there's not, and then you're going to breeze through and you'll be good to go. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull this apart. And I want you to see, here's the airport right here. Where's my mouse? Right here. And when you leave the airport and you come out Route 5, if you turn right, you're going towards the town of Puerto Plata. If you turn left, you're coming out towards Sosua in the Cabarete area. Okay, so Sosua is, I feel like it has a bit of more of a city feel than Cabarete does, and it's a smaller city by far. And I know I'm going to say, maybe I need to put a disclaimer out there. I am not perfect. I do not claim to know it all. I am giving you my perspective, but I would gladly love to want you to share in the comments the things that you know about these areas, because I want this to be a collaborative community. I want you to be able to share, okay? So as you drive down, these areas right here, Los Charamicos, that is really very much a Dominican area where Dominicans live. Now, recommended for expats? Probably not. You can try it if that's something, I know that prices are a little bit different, a little bit lower. And I get it. If you're on a budget and that's what works for you, that's fine. But please know that's where a lot of Dominicans live. That is like what I like to call it, like their territory. We as expats have not overtaken. We do occupy space, and it's on purpose because obviously there's a market, and we are people are bringing business here, they're spending their money here, so it's all fair. However, I do really have a lot of respect for the people who, who live here. This is their country, and some things, you just want to stay out of. Okay, so if you once you pass Charmicos, you're gonna go right by Playa Sosua. Now, it's my understanding that there's a lot of construction that's going to be happening there in the next little while, so stay tuned for that. I overheard that there's going to be some of the shacks are going to be removed that are on the beach that provide restaurant services, and that they'll be replaced with something trendier. So let's wait to see what that looks like, but something to consider. If you are going to be going there, let's support local. Let's give them what they need. Now, once you're in Sosua and you've come up through this way here, Supermercado is Playero is like one of those what do you call those landmarks that everybody knows, right? It's one of the grocery stores in Sosua, so that's a good landmark to kind of reference to. And from there, you can actually get to Sosua Beach. It's a little street down here, and you can get right there. Right after Playero, there's a street here, and if you go up this street, you get to Hispaniola, which is a gated community. We have friends that live there. It's a lovely, lovely area. And if you keep going up this road, you'll actually get up to what is known as, and I feel like I'm even missing it now, you can get as high up as Panorama Village. So that's one thing. And you see that there are other areas that are listed here. I'm not going to cover them all. So this is mostly the downtown Sosua area. If you're anything like me and you love a map, there's a lot of little short roads here and cul-de-sacs. So you have to know your way around. You have to know which way roads go all the way through and all the way down and back and forth. Hispaniola Beach, which is up here, also has condos up here. Playa Alicia, one of the favorite beaches for many people, expats and Dominicans included. Casa Marina Beach. This is a popular landing mark for expats as well. And you're going to see that there's restaurants listed all over here, and they certainly are very popular with the expats. So as you go along Route 5 here, you're going to hit Superpola. That's one grocery store that's also very popular. So you can definitely get all what you need there. And there are other communities up in here. The hospital is in Sosua as well. As you can tell, I mean, there's a lot of different residences. And what I say to clients who come, let's go take a drive around. I think that Sosua has some really wonderful options. I think you have to find the gem. Because I've driven around Sosua and thought, wow, this is really nice. This is cute. This is, there's some authentic pieces and there's some more modern ones. So there are options. I believe that there are options. We just have to find them. Okay. So let's continue down Route 5 as we go down. One of the things that we are going to hit right here after the hospital is the entrance to La Mulata. La Mulata, and there's 3 sections. So there's La Mulata 1, La Mulata 2, and La Mulata 3. This is where you will find Greenwood Academy. There's also a Dominican Callejon, I can't remember the last name, but it's like right at the entrance here. The International School of Sosua is up here. There's a great, I've heard very good German restaurant. And as you keep going up the hill, here in La Mulata, multiple little areas. There's a few gated communities, and there's people that live there like quote unquote on their own. So here's La Mulata 2, and our friends live up in La Mulata 3. And if you like kind of that privacy aspect and you like to be away from things with the breeze, potentially with an ocean view like our friend Dave and Aaron, they have. And that is possible. Totally doable. Lots of land to build on there right now. Okay. I told you this would be quick. So as you go along Route 5, remember Route 5 is our main road. Let me see, where am I here? Blue Sky Villa. Yeah, exactly. So let's close this down a little bit so we can give everybody perspective. So once you pass La Mulata, the next two main areas you want to be aware of are on the, I guess, south side of Route 5 is the Casa Linda projects. So there's Casa Linda 1 and 2, there's Casa Linda 3 to 6, and then there's Casa Linda, or what they call Casa Linda 2, which is this area right here, which is phases 7 to 9. And if you keep going up El Choco, there are other residential areas as well. But remember, the higher you go up in the mountain, the further you are for the main road, which obviously makes sense. And then on the north side of Route 5, this is where you have the Laguna area. So there's a couple of areas to be mindful of. There's Sosúa Ocean Village, which is a popular vacation spot. A lot of homes for rent. I know that they have a lot of pre-construction going on right now. And today is August 24th. And this is the area that we originally landed in, Grand Laguna Beach area. We used to live right here on this beach here in Laguna in the blue green condos. And then Laguna Beach is where Isla Academy is, where our daughter goes to school. So this is all on the ocean side. So if you want to be ocean side, you have to remember that you have to be on this side of Route 5. That may cost a little bit more. Just saying. Okay. Okay. As we continue down Route 5, then we hit the beautiful area of Seahorse Ranch. Now, Seahorse Ranch is, I would say, is in the higher end for rentals and purchases. So if you have big budgets, and I'm going to say like over that $500,000 mark, this is an area you may want to look at. And right across from Seahorse Ranch, there's Lomas Mironas, which is another I wouldn't say gated community. There is like I think probably in the past there was a gate there, but that gate at the bottom of the road is not manned by anybody. But then when you get to the top and you go to the different areas, there are gated communities. So that's something to consider as well. I have a client that lives up here, and I was actually very, I don't want to say surprised, but it was quite nice to see what was available up in Lomas Mironas. Okay. Usually if I was live, I'd say, does anybody have any questions? But we're not there right now. Okay, so now Route 5 here becomes a little bit more empty when it comes to availability. The next big area that we're going to hit is Playa Perla Marina, or Perla Marina to the rest of us. And in Perla Marina, which is a semi-gated community, meaning that because it has a public road that takes you to other commerces in the area, they do have somebody there that, you know, kind of lifts the gate and lets you in. But there are so many there's restaurants, there's Natura Cabana, there's different areas that you can go to that are public. It doesn't become such a gated. Now, there are areas within that are gated, homes that are gated. So that is something to consider as well. But it has a nice little beach. There's beach access. So if you are in Perla Marina, and you see something Perla Marina, you have beach access. You're not beachfront, or unless you're like way up in the air, but chances are you have beach access, because this road that leads right here goes all the way to the beach. Okay. Crazy Ranch is one of our favorites. They make great wings. This little area is not necessarily labeled yet, but this one here is called La Bombita, if I'm not mistaken. And that is up and coming as well. I saw some places being built in there. So something to look forward to. Remember, the goal of this is to really give you perspective on the North Coast. Okay. So here, I'm going to close this up again. So we've come from all the way over here. We're traveling Route 5. We've just passed Perla Marina. And now we are up here in the area of Encuentro. Now, Encuentro for me took me a long time to figure it out. There's actually two entrances. There's one right here off Route 5. And if you follow this, it'll get you down to the beach. And that's where all the surfing happens. And then across from the Encuentro Food Park, there's actually another entrance that can take you in. And this is where our daughter and my husband go to the gym. So in Encuentro, that is where Surf and Roll is located. Ocean Palms is also there. There's quite a few condo options. So Encuentro, Perla Marina are like those two areas that are between Sosua and Cabarete. Okay, Sosua, Cabarete, and then Perla Marina and Encuentro are right in the middle. And as you go down Route 5, there's a couple of more. So Costa Azul is there. This is Costa Azul. Project Paradise is one I featured a couple of times. That's owned by Justin James. And then a little bit down here, Diamond Hotel, Caballo. Cabarete is a wonderful little Zen spot. And right before Caballo is a place called Villas Maribela, which has beautiful little villas. So they're right here. Now, I was talking before about areas that belong to the locals, and this is one of them here. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a Senegal. If I'm not mistaken, like right into here. So, you know, this, as I say, does not belong to us. We need to keep moving. And this is all along here, you know, Cabarete Beach is here. So, you know, there's accesses all along here. You can stop, and it's a little rougher, but really nice as well. You hit Kite Beach. So it says its name itself, a lot of kiting that goes on there. You'll notice there are a lot of condo buildings along this area. If I scroll out, you'll see that there's condo buildings all along this beach. Tuva is one of our favorite restaurants. Sea Winds is another good place if you want a landing pad for, you know, a week or so. Ultraviolets and all inclusive. The Nanny Estate is very popular as well. A lot of surfing, kite surfing schools. So if you're looking to do that, I mentioned there was a food park in Encuentro. There's a food park here, Food Park Doña Carmen. There's also the all-inclusive Wyndham. So here we are again. I'm just going to zoom out. We're coming along Route 5 here. Playa Cabarete is here. Okay, the beach here in Cabarete is right here. And this is an area, Ocean Drino, Ocean One, popular with expats. And then again, I'm just going to point out that there are areas that don't belong to us. And one of them is this area here, which is called Callejon. And Callejon is also mostly Dominican. There are little spots. I had clients staying in a Airbnb not far from here. So they definitely, so this is, you know, all through here. This is where the canal is, right? The canal that leads out a little further on, okay? So this here really is all of Cabarete, starting, I would say, like, probably by Vagamundos here. This is where you're able to grab a coffee, and then all the way through here is Cabarete. And there are different options. There's hotels, there are condos on both sides of Route 5 that you can find. Let's see here. Wind Chimes is another condo building. So there are some on both sides. Note that this is a busy area right here. And you can tell right now that the traffic is being monitored, like it's red here for some reason. There must be a block or something. One of the other areas that is popular with expats is this ProCab. So ProCab winds out behind the town here. So it is very popular. Lots of different options here. Standalone villas, condos, 2, 3 condos together. So this is there, but be mindful that ProCab, this is the entrance here. So if you're not sure where things are and you're not going to have a car, ProCab may not be your option. But if you're into walking, that works too. Okay. And as we move through here, Janet's Supermarket, Vilvero Beach Resort, very popular, in all inclusive that you can consider. Lots of little spots in here. So make sure that you type in Cabarete and you really take a good look at the map. Okay. And as you go down Route 5, and this is like really, now we're exiting the town of Cabarete. This is what we call Cabarete East, and where people are, there's a lot of availability down this way, I'm seeing. And that is probably because it's not as central. And so you definitely have to have a car if you're going to be down here. Okay. You can tell that there are some villas here. One of the Victorian is here. Which is the other one that I've seen a few times. Yeah, Cabarete East Beachfront Community, Barefoot Beach Pad, Cabarete Townhouses. So there's a whole bunch down here. Orilla Del Mar. So, but they are a little bit out of town. So if you're prepared to have a car and drive, then you'll be fine. But I just want people to be aware that once you pass Janet's right here, let me get my mouse back here. All this, I mean, you can hop on a guagua if you want, or a motoconcho, but all this is out of town, not recommended to be walking. I hope that was clear. I've been wanting to do that one for a little while. I've been wanting to, kind of set the record straight that if you're coming down and you've never been here, find out where you're going to be. Find out where you're going to be. It's really important because I don't want you to be disappointed. Okay. If you are thinking of doing this sort of relocation, let's have a conversation. You have two options, really. One, you can have the free discovery call. We can figure out if this is a plan for you, if this is going to work out for you. The other option is you can book a consultation call, and basically that's 90 minutes of my time, and you get to ask me all the questions, and we'll try and find you somewhere to live. At least get you some referrals so that you can go out and do that on your own. But the purpose of the consultation call is to answer all those pressing questions that you have lingering in your head, wondering why and how and who. Okay. So I'm going to put those two links into the description. If you have questions or comments, please drop them. I love hearing from everybody. Whatever you choose to do today, have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next episode of Welcome to My World with Nat. Bye for now.